I'm your host, Amberlyn Carroll. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Medwatch Today. Having a baby can be an exciting time for families, but sometimes plans for your baby can be met by unexpected circumstances, causing anxiety, worry, and stress. This is a feeling known all too well for the Flue family from Madera. After spending months in the neonatal intensive care unit at Community Regional Medical Center, they now use their experiences and resources to give back to other families that might be facing the unknown.
Being a mom is something I knew I always wanted to be. I always loved kids.
Megan Flue and her husband Andrew have several children and added to their family in 2019, giving birth to twins at Community Regional Medical Center.
There's no job in the world that I could ever do that will replace the joy I get from them and knowing that I'm going to see them walk down the aisle or graduate from college or play a sport or just get dirty in the backyard. That is my heart's joy.
But the timing of her twins' arrival didn't go exactly as planned.
Nobody ever puts in their birth plan, hey, premature, birth. And so when that happened to us, it definitely felt like the ground was pulled out from underneath us. I felt very much in a sense of grief. These waters were ones we never thought we'd ever walk in, and it felt very lonely and isolating.
The Flues spent months in the NICU at Community Regional.
You have an entire team of people that you've never met before taking care of your baby. You have this incubator that's doing what your womb as a mother was supposed to do, so you kind of feel disconnected, and that was scary, not knowing anybody, not knowing who these doctors were, not knowing who was touching my child, holding them. The first thing that comes into your mind is fear, and that doesn't seem natural for a mom. When we saw them, I think that kind of put us on a perspective of this journey is going to be hard, it's going to be rough, but we have to have faith.
The fear of the unknown is exactly what fueled the Flues to look beyond and help other families find hope.
Both of them were so concerned, obviously, in the beginning, very stressed, but very engaged, right? So they were determined to be at the bedside as much as they could and learn and participate in the care.
Diana Cormier is a clinical nurse specialist with pediatric services at Community Regional who was with Megan and Andrew on their journey in the NICU.
Only another NICU parent can fully understand what they're going through.
Community provides a virtual support group called Parent Connection to give parents an opportunity to step away from the unit and connect with each other.
Megan and Andrew, there are a couple of our parents that really continue to connect. And when they log into that meeting via Zoom and share their story, not only what they went through in the unit, but how they're doing after they've gone home, it's immeasurable.
By giving back and sharing their experience with others, that bond spilled over into other areas of their lives.
When we had gotten out of the hospital, my husband had spoken to the pastor at this church and said, hey, can you pray for us? And he did. And when we came for our first service, everyone prayed over us, and we realized, like, hey, this is our opportunity to create an awareness.
The congregation at Valley West Christian Center formed the Tiny But Mighty ministry to help Valley families with premature babies.
These beautiful, wonderful ladies in our church, man, they saw us when we kind of made our announcement, and their wheels were ticking, and they're like, hey, this is what I can do. And they just crocheted hundreds of these hats, whether it's a prayer or a gas card or a onesie or a book or, a letter to a mom who's feeling really scared, or a dad who's just like, I'm watching over my wife, but I don't know what to do for dinner. A $10, $20 gift card can really support a family.
It's donations like this that help fuel the personal touch of care that the team at Community Regional Medical Center strives to provide.
What these donations provide to us is it's additional resources for parents that have need. Not all of our parents are financially stable. They may have a lot of uncertainties with food insecurities and job insecurities, unstable housing, etc. So to have a family like the Flues just continue to provide additional resources, whatever it may be, whether it's clothing or gas cards or food bank cards, whatever it may be, it really lifts our parents. It takes some of the burden off of some of our existing NICU parents.
Now with her twin boys thriving in life, the Von Flue's contribution continues to make an impact on those who face the fear of the unknown with their own families.
I think everything that's happened over the last couple of years, everyone needs hope in something. So why not start small?